We have an unidentified contact in the distance. Better to shoot first and ask questions later, but avoid peppering the neighbor's dog. Today we take a look at the target command. And while we don't have to worry about the neighbor's dog, we might be under mission parameters that punish collateral damage. Keep that in mind. The most important thing to note is that a target order is not required for your units to open fire when the enemy is in line of sight and identified. Your troops and vehicles will do that on their own. With the target order, you can direct fire at specific enemy units or fire at an area. If you target an enemy unit, fire will only be opened when said unit is properly identified and spotted. If the spotting is lost and not regained within a relatively short time, the target order cancels itself. Good for conserving ammo, bad for suppression. Targeting a unit allows the troop to also engage other enemies if they are identified. The targeted enemy unit will however be engaged as a priority when it is appearing. Targeting the ground will keep the unit firing at the area of the targeted action square. The unit is in this case significantly less responsive to possible enemy targets in other areas, however. Also important to know is that a target order will persist over multiple waypoints if not adjusted or cleared, for example with clear target. Target will use all available weapons of a unit, so you might waste precious explosives. If a weapon can only be used while deployed, it will not fire if in an undeployed state. If you want to restrict the use of most explosive weapons like bazookas or RPGs, use Target Light. It limits the use of weapon systems of most units to lighter weapons like rifles and MGs. Some units like automatic grenade launchers will still use explosives, but for all utilized weapons, Target Light reduces the rate of fire, thereby conserving ammunition. If you want another way to limit ammunition expenditure, you can use Target Briefly. This command works like the regular target order, but in 15-second increments. Selecting a target will order 15 seconds of fire. To add another 15 seconds, click the button again. For subtraction, cancel the order with clear target and set it up to the intended amount. In all cases, it appears from one action square we can fire only at a single target in one turn. But there is an exploit. Infantry units can shift fire from one target to another without changing position. For this we open fire with a target order and set a pause for the amount of time the target shall be engaged. We then use a move order on the same action square. We then select the new waypoint and select a new target. By doing this, the unit will shift fire after the first pause has expired. Movement for regular infantry is kept to a minimum. If you think this is limited to 2 targets per turn, because we can't add a new waypoint to the same action square, you would be mistaken. We can add as many instances as we want. Select the currently last waypoint, set a target and a pause, then set a new waypoint on the adjacent action square. This turns into the new last waypoint. Then select and drag it over your current position, add a pause and a target. Repeat. If you set up the target before you drag the last waypoint, the target order will be cancelled. It might be a bit fiddly, but you will always be able to select the ball shape of the last waypoint when overlaid over the pyramid shape of an intermediate one. With deployed weapon teams and infantry units occupying multiple action squares, there is sadly a tendency that those will move significantly or redeploy in the process. It works best with smaller fire teams and semi-deployable MGs. For vehicles, this is sadly not an option at all. They will skip the intermediate waypoints on the same square. Vehicles need to leave an action square between target shifts. The target order can also be used for indirect attacks for mortars or for grenades with infantry. Grenades are reliably thrown over a distance of 2 action squares, even if no line of sight exists. If taller obstacles are in the way, the distance can decrease, or the obstacle can interfere with the thrown grenade. Be aware of that. When using target, mortars can fire a short distance behind some terrain features that block line of sight, and an even longer distance behind some others when using a direct target order. When it works can be hard to predict though. When combining target and hold down, you can also limit the exposure of your vehicle. Set the hull down waypoint to the point the vehicle shall not pass, and select the point the vehicle is supposed to be hull down to with a target order. This limits the instances where a vehicle moves too far forward, because it can't find a suitable position. Turreted vehicles will usually turn the turret to engage when a target order is given. Keep that in mind. When target is selected, you will also get additional information regarding your target area. The line drawn will also give information. Light blue indicates clear line of sight for all team members. Gray indicates a part of the team has line of sight. Dark blue indicates line of sight up to an obstacle. Pink indicates the part of the line of sight that is blocked. If you found this helpful, don't be shy and show it with a thumbs up, and check out this video on the phase order to learn more about its interaction with target orders. May your day be blessed, and thanks for watching.